This week, we'll find out about the newest coasters coming to SeaWorld and Busch Gardens.
And we'll head downtown for a new interactive experience called the Republic.
Plus the latest theme park news and more coming at you
right now.
This week's show is brought to you by MEI Travel, our preferred travel agent for Disney World, Universal Cruises, and all your vacation planning needs. For a free quote with no obligation, visit MEItravel.com.
Undercover Tourist is our recommended supplier of discount tickets to Florida and California theme parks and attractions. For the best deals and planning tips, go to undercovertourist.com or find them on Facebook and Twitter. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the show. I'm Banks.
And I'm Elisa. So Banks, what have you been up to this week?
Busy week, actually. IPW just ended yesterday. As of this filming, it's the final day, but it just ended here in Orlando. And this is a tour. It's hard to explain. It's a tourism conference. It's where a bunch of places around the world they kind of go and learn about tourism and destinations in America and do business with them. But one of the cool things is they have like special park buyout parties, like at Magic Kingdom, SeaWorld, and Universal. You can see on our YouTube the Magic Kingdom videos. They had special characters out, like Haunted Mansion. They had Dumbo, the Guardians of the Galaxy characters. What? Tonight, though, as of this filming, is the Universal party. We should have videos of that on our YouTube either right now or later this weekend. Check those out. I'm excited because, you know, get to spend some time in the park in the Wizarding World with not that many people.
That's very exciting.
It's gonna be very cool. And then they had Broadway performances too. Like they flew in cast from New York City.
That's great.
I mean,
they've just been all over Orlando.
I can't imagine. I cannot imagine if I were to look at the bill at the end of the week.
I was thinking that too.
How much this all cost.
It's worth it though.
Yeah, I'll let them pick up the tab on that. So we'll enjoy it though. Yeah. All right, so we get the news in the queue then.
A water theme park called Volcano Bay has been announced at Universal Orlando.
They say they're reimagining what it means to be a water park. They plan on offering innovative, thrilling attractions and peaceful moments of relaxation that will forever change our perception of water parks.
I feel like I'm there right now. The park is said to be set in a highly themed, completely immersive environment inspired by tropical islands and will be located just south of the Cabana Bay Beach Resort.
Universal is just the month of May. I'm proclaiming as Universal Announcement Month. They're just like, here's an announcement, make it rain, make it rain.
They are making it rain.
I'm excited though. Finally, we can talk about the water park officially. I mean, we've known about it for a little bit, but I'm excited. The concept art was beautiful.
Yes, I think it's a clever theme. We've already got blizzards, we've got typhoons, so why not volcanoes?
Yes. Hopefully no real lava though. That would be kind of counteract the no. But no. The concept art, there's like looks like there's a platform near the top
where people can go up at the top.
I'm sure that's probably the top of a slide that's probably takes place up there. But to add that viewing platform, that's probably can't be 2017 yet.
I know.
I want to go.
I'm ready for 2017.
Thank goodness it's 2017. It gives me 2 years to work out, build up my my water park body, and get rid of all of this mess.
Gonna be great.
Yeah. Also, speaking more announcements of Universal here. The first ever NBC Sports Grill and Brew is coming to CityWalk.
After the huge update last year, adding 8 different venues to CityWalk, Universal is continuing to make more additions in 2015 with this sports grill opening in the fall.
The new restaurant will combine a sophisticated and stylish setting with wall-to-wall sports coverage, a specialty menu, and a huge beer selection.
A massive HD stadium screen more than 100 feet wide will tower over guests as they enter the restaurant while searchlights span the sky.
Food will be prepared on an open kettle grill where everyone can watch the action. There will also be nearly 100 HD TV screens.
Oh my gosh, my ADD just kicked in. NBC Sports Grill and Brew will be located right before the entrance of Universal Studios Florida at the location of the former NASCAR Sports Grill.
100 HD TV screens.
There's too much happening.
There's going to be over 100 beers, too. 100-foot wide screen. 100.
They like the number 100.
100-foot wide screen. The first coaster I ever went on in my life is shorter than that.
Oh my god.
Wow, that is insane.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be cool. At first, I wasn't very excited about it because I'm not a big sports person myself, but it does sound cool, and the searchlights remind me of Pleasure Island.
Yeah, kind of. That's right. Well, I mean, there's over 100 TV screens, so I'm sure you can be able to be like, hey, can you turn that one over there in the corner onto whatever you watch?
Like
I don't know what you
Entertainment
watch.
Tonight or
something. I'm sure they'll maybe accommodate you. Unless you don't do the 100-foot widescreen, then someone might complain about no
but
sports.
It's going to be a good place to go and watch all the big games, and I think it's going to be
I gotta imagine they'll do some sort of special event.
Yeah.
You have to, especially for some sort of coverage. It's too bad this isn't open right now with the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Stanley Cups, because they'd probably be really packed with a lot
Sure,
of...
yes.
You
I'm pretending like I know what you're talking about.
Just nod and say yes, you agree. Go Lightning. All right.
International superstar Pitbull helped unveil his new wax figure for Madame Tussauds Orlando this past week.
The entertainer met with Madame Tussauds artists in Las Vegas in May of 2014, where more than 300 precise measurements of his face, head, and body were taken.
Pitbull personally selected his figure's pose and facial expression. He also donated the figure's clothing.
This was the second celebrity reveal for Madame Tussauds Orlando. Recently, they also held a celebrity unveiling featuring Disney Channel star Ross Lynch that we talked about. This I wasn't there for this one. I mean, obviously, he was in town performing at Universal, so it made sense that he would do this. Because I mean, I remember when Madame Tussauds opened, they had a area where you get your wax hand made, where they were showcasing how models progress, and they had the Pitbull head there showing what it looks like pre and post like paint and stuff. So I was like, figure he's going to be coming soon anyway. Yeah.
Right. I think it's so interesting, and I also am trying to imagine how creepy it would be to be him there looking at yourself. Like, it's just got to be so creepy.
I mean, it's probably one of those things where you always look at yourself in the mirror, but that's just kind of like a front-on view. But with this, you're like getting 360 degree.
Every little crease.
Like, I had no idea. I had that in the back of my head there.
Yeah, so neat.
Yeah. The new partnership between Disney and Turner Classic Movies has started over at the Great Movie Ride at Hollywood Studios.
TCM branding was integrated into the attraction's marquee, as well as banners, posters, and display windows.
In the queue, there's new digital movie posters and a new video with TCM host Robert Osborne. Osborne also provides new narration during the ride portion, but the live tram guides and bad guys are still part of the show.
The finale now features a new montage of classic and modern movie moments, and as guests exit the attraction, a new photo opportunity is available.
You can see video of the changes on our website and on youtube.com/attractionsmagazine.
Have you been on it yet?
I haven't been on it yet. I've seen the video though.
Yeah.
I love that they have updated it. This ride has been in need of any sort of update for a long time, especially the finale montage.
I agree.
The montage looks amazing now. I feel it's kind of hit or miss with a lot of people online because it does take out a lot of the live spieling from the tram guys.
Yeah, I heard that it's like more integrated with the live person and then the video, the audio of just the man, Robert
Osborne.
Yes. So I mean, it's interesting. I think they need to update the actual what you go through, like
the actual scenes.
The actual scenes.
Like completely close it down for like a year, rebuild the scenes, put new animatronics in, new scenes.
It doesn't have to be new movies. There's still other classics that they can bring into it, but I think that would be good.
I could agree with that. I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't want this ride to go away anytime soon. It's a classic Disney attraction. But yeah, an update like that would be nice. But for right now, this is what we got, and I think it's a nice little touch up.
Finally, this week, the Sanderson sisters from the Disney film Hocus Pocus are ready to put a spell on you during a new show at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
For the Hocus Pocus Villain Spelltacular, Winifred, Mary, and Sarah Sanderson have a few hours to run amok at the Magic Kingdom, so they decide to throw a party in front of Cinderella Castle and invite some villainous friends.
The show will feature appearances by Oogie Boogie, Maleficent, Dr. Facilier, and more villains. Projections and special effects will combine as the sisters conjure up some Hocus Pocus party potion and cast a spell on party guests.
This show will be replacing the Villains Mix and Mingle show at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and it will run select nights at Magic Kingdom from September 15th through November 1st.
Thanks. I can't even describe to you how excited I am about this. It's just like my childhood. I love it.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time they've really integrated Hocus Pocus in the parks. Way to be on ball, Disney, 20 plus years later.
That's okay. It's going to be worth the wait. I cannot wait. I want it to be Halloween right now.
Well, yeah, it really does feel like that this movie has become had an insurgence of popularity in recent years. So it does make sense that they would bring this in now. And I love this idea. I can't wait to see myself.
I wonder.
They better perform I Put a Spell on You. Though.
Oh, of course they have to. I wonder what virgin will light the candle and conjure them up.
Is that going to be part of this? Is Disney? This is Disney we're talking about, Elisa.
I know.
I don't think they're going to include that. Although it is a Disney movie, who knows?
Either way, I'm excited.
Hi everybody, welcome to Hidden Mickey of the Week. We're at Disney's Animal Kingdom, inside the Tree of Life, no less. So go to It's Tough to Be a Bug, go to the entrance, and when you're inside the tree, look for the handicapped entrance doors. You reach them before you get to the main entrance doors to the theater. Look at the upper left area near the doors, and just to the right of the cast members only door, there's a small, dark, classic Mickey marking in the wood. It's a great one. And again, the cast members can help you find it if you don't see it right away. It's worth searching for, though. Happy hunting.
A unique new experience called The Republic has opened their doors, combining interactive theater with a real-life video game.
It's up to the players to decide who to trust, which paths to follow, and ultimately dictate how the story ends through their actions. We sent Andy and Jovon to pick their path and see what it was all about, so let's take a look.
Hey guys, so today we're checking out The Republic. It's apparently a new interactive theater show of some sort here in Orlando. I know almost nothing about this. Have you heard anything?
A couple murmurs around town, but not too many details. I'm excited to see what this thing is about.
Okay, I've heard there are some theme park people involved with the creation of it, which I think will be really cool. And local theater talent, I don't know. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Let's just go see what it is. How do you describe this to people without giving away everything that's going to happen?
Sure, I call this a real-life, interactive video game theatrical experience. Kind of a mouthful, but I'm trying to get a lot of different elements all into one sort of experience.
It was actually really fun. I admit I had no idea what was going on half the time, but it worked out okay in the end, I think. We're good. Wanted to know, it seemed like such a personal experience while I was doing it. How do you get that to happen for everyone? Now, does that happen for everyone?
It does, and to me, that was the hugest part of actually writing this experience. I wanted to have 30 people have their own individual experience. So I hope that people will come back and experience different roles and learn from each other, and actually, after they experience it, learn more of the world, based on their conversation with each other and engaging with other people.
It was so interesting. As we were saying earlier, I got to the end, and I'm like, hey, who's that? And someone had to tell me. You said that was part of the point?
Exactly. I mean, instead of going to a movie where you all watch the same thing and you talk to each other afterwards about your same experience, I want people to have a completely different experience from each other, and they can learn from each other and engage and interact.
How do you possibly rehearse something like this?
It was definitely challenging, and we actually had auditions way back in January. So one of the biggest goals for me as their director is to get them to understand who they are in this world. So it's more of a guideline as a script, and they learn that later on. But they can brainstorm with each other in character so that they know what to do if things go awry.
So now, how much of it is in fact scripted, and how much is based upon? I felt like I made some choices. Was I actually making choices, or were they false choices?
No, you definitely made choices, and I'm actually sitting upstairs in my command center watching everything. And everything you guys do as a player, I'm judging, analyzing, and every branching moment leads to a different decision and a different outcome, and there's multiple endings based on how you played it.
What was the design process like for these elements, the two that we saw?
It was kind of fun. We kind of had free reign in a sense, but they did let us know that just picture that it's not actual Minotaur, it's not actual Medusa, it's real life surgery gone wrong that kind of made them what they are. So we kind of played with that and botched surgery. And
yeah, if you look, even though everything's based on Greek mythology, like the Minotaur is very human in the face. He's got very strong facial features. I would say the most challenging thing was Medusa, because originally when we had the concept, we were thinking cables or something, or cords coming out of the head. And once we got halfway through the design process, we realized this isn't going to work. So if you look at the Medusa character, she wears this crown with all these spike things coming off the back that look like they're coming out of the forehead, and they're supposed to echo what the snakes would be.
it's more of a symbol of the Medusa versus an actual snake, head of snakes. So.
I'd say, was it reminiscent of Face Off, taking mythology and taking a weird spin on it, kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, concept design to sculpting to making it. Yeah, it was definitely similar.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was. We had a little bit more time. I think that's something everybody can use.
I hid out in the stimularium for a little while. What about this one? I think someone used that on me.
Oh dear.
Would you like to use on you again?
I'm very sorry.
Yeah?
Sandra.
Sir, please, may I?
I guess it's a party. Carry
Oh, God. Oh. Thank you. You're welcome. I love you. So for our viewers who might think about coming out for themselves, do you have any tips or tricks to maybe do better or to enjoy the experience more?
Sure, I think it's to ask questions, talk to the actors or talk to the performers, and the more that you ask questions and the more that you engage with them, the more you're going to learn about the world. And you don't always have to do what you're told, so just because you're with a group and you're following a group around doesn't mean you have to stay there. So ask the hard questions.
I am exhausted. That was intense. Yes. What did you think?
I actually had fun. Like I was saying earlier, it felt like a very personal story. Like I had my own adventure in this world. It was pretty cool. I will say, and this is my tip for you guys, if you show up, long sleeves are a mistake. It is a little hot in here, and you spend the entire time running around and throwing things and getting whipped. Don't ask. Maybe it'll happen to you. Good luck.
Well, my tip was not to wear high heels because there's over 24 rooms for you to explore, look for clues, talk to other people. What's this I hear about a whip?
It wasn't my fault. They put me in there. They blindfolded me. They whipped me.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't enjoy it.
Okay, so how long does this event run?
It's till the last week of July.
Okay.
So if you guys want to come check it out, you definitely should. And if you need to see it on the web, it's www.therepublicgame.com. I'm sorry, I'm worn out right now. You guys gotta give me a break.
The next time you plan a Disney vacation, book with a travel agency that's been specifically designated as an authorized Disney vacation planner. Unlike some other agencies, many of our agents' exclusive knowledge of Walt Disney World can help you get the most out of your vacation, and the assistance of our travel professionals can help you get a customized Disney vacation that's just right for you, your family, and your budget. Start planning your magical vacation today by visiting mousefantravel.com.
With new coasters being constructed all over Central Florida, some people may think we have enough of them, right?
Wrong. No. I have news for you, Elisa. SeaWorld and Busch Gardens have announced new coasters, and I have the film to prove it.
Hey, no complaining here. The more thrill, the better.
All right, so this past week, it was a big week in terms of SeaWorld and Busch Gardens news. We're here at SeaWorld right now for the announcement of their new 2016 coaster, #NothingFaster. Tomorrow, we'll be at Busch Gardens in Tampa for the announcement of their new family coaster. So let's get to the news.
Deep below the surface, there lies a realm that is ruled by the fin. And if you could be one of them, inspired by one of the fastest sharks on the planet. Join the frenzy at SeaWorld in summer 2016.
All right, so I'm here with Brian Morrow. We're talking about Mako and the whole new shark realm. So I'm excited about this. Tell our viewers about it.
Yeah, it's brand new, opening summer 2016. It's going to be the Summer of Thrills here at Orlando, and it's really the next chapter of the SeaWorld story. You know, we've done a lot of family attractions, and now it's time for a thrill. It's time for a super fun, high speeds, and relentless airtime, and Mako is designed specifically to deliver on all those attributes.
I am very excited, and I think the one thing I'm most excited about is not only are we getting a brand new hypercoaster, but a new realm as well. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, it wouldn't be SeaWorld if it didn't tell a big, deep story and take our guests to a place they haven't been before. So we're developing a world of sharks here, the realm of sharks, and it's full of shipwreck pieces that have floated down from the mankind at the surface, down the bottom. The ocean's taking them back. Corals are starting to grow. You're going to see brand new coral sculptures from us. We're in R&D right now. And then in those corals will be fish sculpture, and then, of course, the sharks. There'll be almost 100 sculptures of sharks in the whole land, representing a lot of the different species of sharks that you can find in the wild. And guests are going to learn about the threats sharks face, the misunderstandings of sharks, and what they can do right here in the park today to make a difference for sharks out in the wild.
And this is like SeaWorld. It's not only about entertainment, but about education as well.
It's uniquely SeaWorld, and the realm will feel very much SeaWorld at its best. Rides overhead, rides all around, water views, water interactions, sharks all around. It's going to be a great story.
All right, so Corey, tell me a little bit about the Mako shark, the namesake for this attraction.
The Mako shark is one of the fastest sharks in the world, which is why we use the Mako for this new attraction. They're an amazing species. They're dark blue on top, white on the bottom, very beautiful, very athletic and agile. They're even known to come up and out of the water twice their body length.
And so our guests, are they going to be able to see Mako here in the future or not?
While we don't have Makos here at SeaWorld, we do have 4 species of sharks that you could see at the Shark Encounter. Okay. This will still be part of the realm, as well as Sharks Underwater Grill, where guests can have lunch or dinner with sharks right behind them.
All right, so Mako, when it opens here next summer, is going to be the tallest coaster in Orlando at 200 feet. That's a little over 50 feet higher than Kraken right over here. To get an idea of what that's going to look like, I'm about to head up 200 feet in the air myself in that bucket right there. Oh boy, here we go. Heading up 200 feet in the air. This is just about 50 feet above Kraken here. So tell me a little bit of the technical details about Mako.
All right, so Mako, this is a fantastic attraction for SeaWorld Orlando in 2016. It will be the tallest, fastest, and longest coaster in Orlando. So 200 feet tall, 73 miles per hour, and it's nearly a mile of track. And that is nearly a mile of relentless airtime. So you have tons of airtime on this ride. There's nothing like this ride in Orlando, nothing like it in Florida. I mean, it will over-deliver in terms of ride experience.
I'm very excited for that. Who is manufacturing the ride?
So the ride's being made by Bolliger & Mabillard in Switzerland, B&M, as everyone knows them. Yeah. They are fantastic. We have 2 other roller coasters at this park from B&M, Kraken and Manta. So we're extremely excited to be working with B&M again.
Perfect. And can you say, do you know what the height requirement is going to be when it eventually opens?
Yes, there'll be a 54-inch rider height requirement. That's just like Manta, just like Kraken.
And how many passengers can one train hold?
There'll be 7 rows and 4 passengers per row, so a total of 28 passengers per train, and we'll have 3 trains.
Tell me a little bit about how this coaster simulates what a Mako shark goes through.
Well, this coaster is built, and hypercoasters in general. Hypercoasters are built on speed. They're built on fast, dynamic movement. So a Mako shark, it's one of the fastest in the ocean. It is quick. If you've ever seen one swim, they are very fast, tight turns, quick turns. So this coaster will be much like a Mako shark as it dives up and down.
All right, we're up here at the height here, 200 feet, and woo, this is this is high, but it's a great view.
Yeah, it's beautiful. There's not a lot of very tall structures around us. You can kind of see how much we dwarf Kraken.
Yeah, look at that.
Distance here, or Manta. Really, everything else in this vicinity is.
Yeah, get the view. My gosh. Okay. All right. Back on the ground. Very beautiful view up there. I'm excited to go 200 feet here on Mako, opening in summer of 2016 here at SeaWorld Orlando. Now, tomorrow we're heading over to Busch Gardens, Tampa to see what they have to say about their new coaster. So let's throw it on over. All right, so here we are with day 2 of coaster announcements. As you just saw, we were at SeaWorld for Mako, and now we are at Busch Gardens in Tampa in the Egypt section of the park behind construction walls. I see a sign right here, archaeological excavation site. It is unlawful to trespass. Well, I don't want to break any laws, but I need to know about this coaster, so we'll forget we saw this. All right, Jim, so Cobra's Curse here in the Egypt section of Busch Gardens.
That's right.
What are guests going to experience if they go on this coaster next year?
Well, first of all, it's a long ride, and it goes 40 miles an hour, which you'd think, oh, that's not really high speed compared to Mako in Orlando. But what's great about it is it's for the whole family, and it has this dimension where you're locked going forward the first third of the ride, you're locked going backwards the second third of the ride, and the last third of the ride, you're spinning free. So depending on the weight distribution in your car, it could spin any different way as it goes through the track. So it's going to be a different ride every time you ride it.
You get me on that, and I'm going to get that thing spinning for sure.
It's going to be great. I can't wait to ride it.
So Cobra's Course, when I hear that name, I think of snakes. So how are snakes incorporated in this ride?
Well, first of all, the track looks like a snake. It's long, and it's obviously got a lot of curves and swerves in it, but we're coming through a Q house that's an archaeological dig through Tut's tomb, and you just never know if you'll find snakes in an archaeological dig like that.
Oh boy. Oh boy, if you have a fear of snakes, be careful. So Mach is building the ride, and it's got a unique lift system. Huh? What is that going to be like?
It's going to be unlike any other coaster we have here in Florida. It's actually going to be an elevator. So you ride into a little chute, and then the chute takes you up like on an elevator to 70 feet, and then drops you into the Serengeti belt. So it's very unique.
And it's all going to go right here. I'm just imagining right now. About this time next year?
I hope so. That's the plan.
So Mako, SeaWorld, and now Cobra's Curse here at Busch Gardens. How big of a news is all this for coaster fans?
Dude, I am so super excited about this. I mean, the announcement yesterday is huge for Orlando with Mako. Cobra's Curse, man, there is not a ride like this anywhere in the world. Like, we had seen some of the leak stuff and everything for it, but seeing that vertical lift system, the non-spinning plus the spinning ride part, the 2 different lift hills, I mean, Mack Rides makes an awesome coaster. Seriously, they make some of the best rides in the world, and having a ride that is totally unique to America, to Orlando, to Florida, right here at Busch Gardens is going to be fantastic.
Of the 2 coasters they've now announced, which one are you looking forward to the most?
Oh man, this is a tough question because here's the reality, right? I've been on all the B&M hypercoasters. So even though Mako, I'm super excited about for Orlando, for me personally, I've been on a lot of similar rides. Cobra Curse, I've not been on anything like it in the world. I mean, there's been a few rides that are close, but like for me, I don't need the tallest, fastest, thrillest. I love rides that are unique and fun and interesting. So it's very neck and neck. But for this one, I would give Cobra Curse the edge for me personally, just because it's such a unique ride experience.
So as you can see here, construction is already well underway for Cobra Curse here at Busch Gardens in Tampa. So you got this, you got Mako at SeaWorld Orlando. It's a very exciting time to be a coaster fan in Orlando. Summer 2016, both coasters, I can't wait.
Before you leave on your trip to Orlando or anywhere really, you'll probably want to back up your phone's content onto a computer. First of all, you'll need as much room as you can get so you can take as many pictures as you want. Secondly, I'm not saying you aren't careful, but you could possibly lose or damage your phone somehow, and you don't want to lose everything. If you save it before you leave, the worst case scenario would be losing everything you did since you left home.
Skip the lines with undercover tourists, crowd calendars, touring plans, and mobile apps. Stop paying full price for your family vacation and visit Undercover Tours today.
We have something special for you this week. Thanks to our friends at the official Disney D23 fan club, we are giving away a Lady and the Tramp plush along with a D23 party kit to put together your own Lady and the Tramp 60th anniversary party.
That's right, at 8 p.m. Eastern on June 13th, D23 wants everyone to hit play on their copy of Lady and the Tramp for the largest viewing party ever. Follow Disney D23 on Twitter as though they will be live tweeting fun facts, commentary, and questions for the audience.
Now, basically what this entails, the party pack, you'll get one unopened. We open one right now to show off some of the stuff. They have cutouts of different things, and it also includes a backdrop you can hang up, and then you can take photos in front of the backdrop, have your own little private photo booth, recreate the moment where they're, eating the sketty and they touch noses. Cuteness.
So much cuteness.
Now, to enter to win, follow us on Twitter at Attractions and tweet, I want to win the at Attractions hashtag D23 Faniversary contest.
So we can get you the prize in time. A winner will be chosen this Monday morning, June 8th. So tweet us before then. Check our blog for more details about the Faniversary party and find out how you can hold your own party even if you don't win.
Exactly. And now for next week's calendar. First up, Old Town Saturday Night 25th Anniversary Classic Car Cruise takes place Saturday at 9 a.m. with the actual cruise commencing at 8:30 p.m.
Also this Saturday, Kelly Pickler will be performing at Universal Orlando's 25th Anniversary Concert Series.
And from June 7th through the 13th, a Journey tribute band is performing at Epcot's Sounds Like Summer Concert Series.
Remember, you can subscribe to our calendar at attractionsmagazine.com to stay up to date on these events and more.
And now we want to thank MEI Travel, our preferred travel agent for cruises, Disney World, Universal, and all your other vacation planning needs. For a free quote with no obligation, visit MEItravel.com.
And much thanks to Undercover Tourist, our recommended supplier of discount tickets to Orlando and California attractions. For more information, visit undercovertourist.com.
Remember, you can watch a brand new episode of the show each week on YouTube, Bright House Channel 999, iTunes, and through the O-Town app on Roku and Amazon Fire.
You can also visit attractionsmagazine.com for news and videos throughout the week.
If you enjoy our show, please support it by subscribing to our magazine through our website, in our app, or on the Nook.
And if you subscribe before Monday, you'll start with our upcoming summer issue. Here is a peek at the cover.
iDrive 360, Orlando Eye, big new things, so of course we'll be showcasing it all throughout the issue. Can't wait for it. Yes. All right, so some big milestones in Attractions Magazine world here recently. We hit 100,000 subscribers on Facebook.
Woo, thank you.
And also, not too long ago, we hit 100,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel as well. And apparently, YouTube has a special award they send to people who hit 100,000 subscribers.
Hooray!
Look at this, the Silver Play Button Award. So now we're going to hang this up on our cabinet here, showcase it. Very proud. Thank everyone for subscribing, watching us every single week, watching all our videos. This is what we do it for.
Absolutely,
we do it for you.
Definitely. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you'll tune in again next week.
Until then, visit your local attractions, try something new, and stay safe. But most of all, have fun. Play. secret blooper of the week. Nice. All right. All right. Well, you're ready when you are.
Hello.
All right. Hold on. This thing's.
First of all, you'll need as much room as you can get so you can